On the side of Heretics, looking like they're about to attempt to explode onto the B site. Now, there will be a quick switch of direction from the two players playing towards the broken door, so they will still have eyes on this. But it seems like, for now, breaking that turret was more so of a ruse.
Well, this is where there could be some trouble brewing for Boo. He's trapped on the back, but his teammates are on the way over to help. Swings out ahead of them. The position taken by Chronicle, good, but he's getting none of the kills until MiniBoo falls. It was Leo grabbing both of those, and he's up close, ready to finish off benjyfishy with a wide swing.
Start for them, I think, especially on this defensive side as well. I do think that this matchup is always going to be one that, even though it's competitive, even though it's exciting, it's just a little bit wholesome.
Only began a few seconds ago. At least Chronicle was able to make it here. Snakebite had gone through. Good nanos, and that's dropped Boo. On the back of the Decay as well. Alpha's catching MiniBoo, utility in hand, and no one else could make it through thanks to that utility setup in play. So now they go back. Heretics want the B side, and Boaster's here to defend it.
Nice shot from RieNs. That will at least be an opener, but they have taken a nasty chunk of damage on the way in. Derke trying to deny them, getting aggressive, but he's caught. He's attempted to spam, and because of that, he's lost his life. Woot is about to meet his counterpart, his doppelganger of Leo, but doesn't even see him coming. Puts this into a 3v2 advantage for FNATIC. Benji at least finding one, turns on a dime, but doesn't manage to connect the second shot. Now RieNs with everything to do. Stun will come back online. Gives him a chance to try and isolate a couple of these fights, but both players looking to take this one together. They know exactly where he is. Looks to get the spike to half. In fact, Leo could have maybe just stacked that one. Tries to complete change of pace. Chronicle's now the one with the Odin, but he's already low.
Not an easy fight to take, especially when Wood's spamming back on the other side. Okay, Chronicle, decent bit of damage. RieNs down to 55, but the kill gets him Rolling Thunder. They have that to work with for site take, but they're using it a little bit deeper in towards the spawn. Looks like it'll catch at least the one. Boaster tried to dodge it with the Shrouded Step, but still gets caught. This denies them any sort of congestion around that spike plant. Late lurk being sent out by Derke. There is a player towards the broken door, benjyfishy, sitting down waiting for the re-aggression of this side. FNATIC need their point of contact to make a play, and with the paranoia put through, Boaster wasn't able to make it away from RieNs. benjyfishy catches Alpha. Now they know his position, but Derke's steps are heard. The nade used, it might push him out into the open, into a wide angle, but Benji's able to win the fight nonetheless. And this is a much better face from Team Heretics. When the rifles come back out, the wins are found. Leo grabbing one. I'm not even sure if that's an echolocation or just a wild spray, but either way, fair play to him. Plenty of credits in the bank, even for the next round. Some of these players will be able to buy up. Ults are coming online as well. So is Boaster. Right up top, but caught. Shrouded Step from Boo gets him.
They know exactly where he is, and they're now going to try and put the pressure on. He has no support, and they know that. The neural theft gave them every single piece of information they ever could have desired. Now, Alpha's pulled off miracles from here before, but Boo is more than ready for it. Leaves three players trying to rotate in time. Leo doesn't quite manage to land the shots. In fact, it's Derke. He's quickly found two. Chronicle's found another. This was a 2v5 just a split second ago, and now it's very much doable.
I mean, Heretics have RieNs on low HP and the spike still to be planted, Tom. If I was to favor anyone here, it might be FNATIC. But Heretics have got Benji snuck in to that corner. If Derke doesn't clear it, and he hasn't, that will be a free kill. The second player, I think Benji had an idea, but the timing is terrible. Chronicle, pit online. Does he want to use it here, though? No idea quite how low RieNs is. Perhaps 29 HP, and I think RieNs saw him go in the corner, but then...
Like, he predicts where Alpha is going to push from, also countered Boaster in the early fight, and then connects onto a second player, waiting for them here. And it still just doesn't go their way. Like,
Oh!
What? All right. Okay. Well, I guess that works out for you, doesn't it?
What? I'm not even sure how he reacted to this Alfajer, whether it had been Leo, but Chronicle in following up and trading out. The guy's 9-1 right now. For FNATIC, everything is going right, and they've caught Boo. An ambitious play, I'll call it that, to go straight into the spawn, to stick the TP, and from the shadows he came, and from the shadows to the shadows he went. Nice shot by MiniBoo.
He's just got his first two kills in quick succession. As said, I never worry about it when it's this guy. I think he's had one quiet game the entire season, and he was definitely aware of it. That round was already looking pretty dangerous with the first two kills going in the other direction, but Heretics fighting from a deficit, not in a bad spot now.
Well, as much as I love the Odin, these players are well aware what they're facing against. A rocket, though, that works out. Derke taking down MiniBoo, and both players remaining are low. The nade's back online, and it's perfectly positioned. RieNs 12 has to run, and Derke catches him with a headshot. benjyfishy, though, they know this off is in play, and they've nothing to deny it. They have to face him in open combat, 61 HP, and he hits the shot, down to 33, halfway defused, and another shot for Ben.
The util combo early, a lot of that's almost used just to try and catch Boo, who has been teleporting across. A lot of damage done, but MiniBoo.
Rotation, turret still holding B. And Heretics, I'm not sure if they're going to decide to open that door and move to the B side or angle it all the way around to C. If it's the latter, they could be in trouble.
They've got Nightfall available if they want to use it. MiniBoo has been caught out, but the rest of the team were going in another direction. Now, this actually helps out FNATIC a bit. They're going to be left in a 4v4. They've got the lockdown to try and force them out of position, although Nightfall has been used just to try and deny that early space. I don't know how much that has actually helped Heretics, because they're going to have to flee anyway, and they're being pushed further into the direction of Boaster. They've also misread where some of the players are, so that Rolling Thunder has done absolutely nothing. Boaster now coming in with the timing, but Alpha is way ahead of it, and he's going to pick up 2. For Benji, he has to fall out of there, and honestly, this round,
they won't be losing the lead. 6-6, the best possible scoreline for Team Heretics. As we said, nice opening pick, even with the paranoia. The reveal got them what they needed to find that kill, but Alpha up close. He found 2, but that third was coming his way. Waiting for an opportunity, but Alpha's playing super passive. Chronicle, on the other hand, goes pushing, only finds the 1.
Spike was dropped, so they're going to have a decent idea that it was rotating, and in fact, Boaster now pushing up on B. May be able to get that extra little bit of information. The only problem is again, it looks like it will come down to Alpha.
30 seconds left.
Has to give away his position as well. They're not deciding to isolate him, and instead running through all those nanos has cost a lot of HP. MiniBoo's down to 40. The push is delayed. The kill is clean and easy for Alfajer. Now repositioning for when this cage falls and he can take a fight, but Boo wins it. Everyone on the side of Heretics is tagged. 12 seconds left to get a plant. Still a nade online. The blast back in. Here he comes, and there he goes. Leo and Derke out of the round.
Some of these rounds not having that in play. Okay, Derke. MiniBoo's bit the dust again. There's been a back and forth between these duelists, but
to be honest, this is not a position I think they'll be very ready for. But by the looks of things, Heretics are going back once again.
Yeah. Boaster in position, but he doesn't have the gun to fight them with. It's going to have to be the retake once more. And this time there isn't the ultimate to force them out. Instead, though, there is Chronicle. He's already picked up 1, and again, Heretics are going for another late rotation. Boaster, he's heard the steps. He knows that this is heading back to the A site and gives the information over to Chronicle to reposition once more. This is getting right into the late round for the side of Heretics, really playing those rotations. The fact is, though, they need a kill. They need to pick up one of these players. Chronicle would be ideal, and that's exactly the man they've removed. Now the remaining 3 of FNATIC, all coming from a similar position. Wu up close, ready to brawl. First goes his way, but that's the trade of the player without the gun. Leaving it into a 2v2 scenario. RieNs stun is not going to connect, but he lands the 20 seconds. They're gone. They're going with the squad. Again, we're going to have this early battle, and again, Boaster has met the same fate. The showstopper not going to connect, and there's one on the other side. MiniBoo just trying to clear angles at this stage, making sure they can't be caught, and well, it looks like FNATIC are going to need to win another clutch scenario as they're in a 3v5.
They even saw Alpha coming up with the trap, so flank is being watched, being held. Sends Alpha in the other direction.
Planted.
5 players still alive, but they've lost the 2v5 in the past. They need to be careful. Position of RieNs is the main danger as they cross to sight. I thought timing would be what gave him the advantage, but in fact, it's just his cracked aim that brings it across the line. Still standing in position, stun ready, on hand, pushes Alpha into the open, but still hits the shot. RieNs, no trouble to be found until Leo steps up to the scene, but there's 4 players left. Losing a 2v5 is one thing, but if Leo picks up all 4 of these kills, that's one for the books. I don't think he's getting away with this, with a player just off angle being MiniBoo, and the starts to scrap on these angles. We'll see how much utility FNATIC expend on the actual site control. Already paranoia is taken out of the round, and just take a look at the sidebar. There's basically nothing left bar the refreshing utility in the late round. Although it is a classics ghost round here in the pistol, we don't expect to see a ton of that supportive util. The paranoia was the main danger, but it's still in play for Boo.
Also, just look already how deep Chronicle is currently sat, just waiting. They're going to clear every angle other than where he is, because why would anybody be that far back? It may not matter, though. Already one comes in. There's MiniBoo down. And they've still got to deal with him, just causing a nuisance while the rest of FNATIC fight on the site. Finally, RieNs has managed to kill him off, but by that point, the round is already over. Gamble on that happening twice. Pressure being placed onto Benji. He's normally pretty good from these scenarios, but looking like he's just going to back off. I think knowing that that showstopper is going to be in play. He's got to be careful, really needs to get himself around that corner. Derke is going to go as far as he can, and it's not quite enough. They were very ready for that.
But that was close. I mean, MiniBoo is just outside the range of that explosion. Derke keeps the control. Deep nade, but the stun forces him back. In goes MiniBoo. It's like a bottle rocket, but he's taken down just as quickly. A short-lived life on that aggressive stance. Great paranoia, but the off angle from Alfajer, good for the trade, and he gets out alive. Two players still on the site to scrap and slow them down, but in fact, slowing them down, a bit of a reton. They're all rotating to the A site right now.
30 seconds left.
Being methodical, taking their time to clear utility and try and bait them. Hasn't worked out. MiniBoo ready for one. Oh, he's going to take a hell of a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter if you hit the first shot. He's got another nade to deny them even further. Woot now on here as well, but MiniBoo doesn't need any help. He's got himself a third kill, was already low on HP. His brother's going to chime in, and now it's left on to Chronicle. 9 seconds, going to try and bait him in, and well, it may not even matter. Benji's going to
be over pretty damn soon. I thought it would be the next round where we'd see a glimmer of hope for this squad. Running through a snake bite, vulnerable, hitting the second headshot, and wow, the adjustment on Alfajer as well.
Utility with some pretty ratty cameras ready and waiting.
I like the reposition from Wood as well. He's already aware that these players are going to dump utility to clear him from that position in tree, so he backs off, avoids the paranoia, avoids the further aggression that would have been coming his way. FNATIC avoid the setup. As they move away from the A side into B, nade is used, but Viper's pit up and in. Here comes the showstopper already. Past Chronicle, and he's got the angle up top. Beautiful positioning. Snakebite slows any further aggression, and Boo is caught through the pit. Even the aggression out of Derke. He's looking for that Odin. He wants it back, but Chronicle was dropped with the wall bang from Woot. Now looking for a little more damage, but not catching anything, with Derke awaiting him on the other side and the decay fading. He's right back up to fighting form. benjyfishy and RieNs left with a difficult decision as to whether they even commit to this or not. It looks like they will. Good stun! Benji's got 2! It's only Derke left up top, and Benji's got him as well!
I think I saw Benji's reaction. I'm not overly surprised they've taken a pause here. I think he definitely needs it. The heart rate definitely pumping after what was a perfect stun. Boaster a little bit lost it out. A little bit of extra information already for Boaster, but that might just be attempted as a ruse. It does seem like they're going to fight into this, though.
Well, the lockdown at this point should send Heretics back in the other direction. There will be a late stun put through to try to slow their push, delay that advance. It doesn't seem to do too much. FNATIC are in. Plant is being secured as we speak. Big swing, though. Heretics are going to attempt it. The stun has pushed them away from that plant. In goes Derke. Good for 2 somehow, and he's out for free. They still need to plant, but with the nade exploding right now, they should have plenty of time. benjyfishy trying to be the thorn in the side. Big kill from MiniBoo. Derke's low. Oh, and Derke's down. Chronicle's in the same position. What a shot! Benji's doing it again. 3 kills already. And the last man standing, Boaster, with the big old gun. Some damage done to each player. It makes it somewhat easier, but he has to find them. A 1-round lead and an aggressive
nations. Just because of the fact that you can get that information, they may not even need it. They're going straight through, just putting that pressure onto Benji. Fact is, though, he's just holding for now.
Patient play. He knows he's got backup. They can't push up without someone spotting. RieNs caught behind the wall. The Nightfall in. And the Nightfall in on the other side as well. Even footing for these players. Showstopper pop by Derke, looking for someone. Spots the trails, and the shot is good. Boo is down. benjyfishy only good for 1. This is a much better round from FNATIC now with full control. And Woot and RieNs on the same angle to fight through a Viper orb. And almost take down the Viper. 35 HP left on Chronicle. It seems somewhat doable. They need to find these opening picks. That's a good one with the stun right after. RieNs moving around the snakebite that just faded. But no flashes for him. A prowler for Woot is all they've got to work with. 1 flash could make all the difference. Instead, it has to be dry peaks and fights that will not be won.
Operator onto MiniBoo. Woot, though, is going to come under some serious pressure. Not with the Odin this time, however, so he's taking a bit more of a risk with some of the angles. He's won that one out. I don't know if he's going to be able to escape from here. That's going to be much more difficult. Everything being thrown into that corner, and eventually he's taken down.
Yeah, just a stray shot needed to put him low enough for the snake bite to finish, especially that little vulnerability applied.
Have information. Normally you might have a cam around this position, but instead it's set outside of B. They're almost forced into the retake. Now they do have the showstopper. That's going to be good to clear some of the positions. Nade, boombot available, flashes, aftershock, and a couple of smokes. So there's a hell of a lot of utility available in this scenario for Heretics to use. But just look at where FNATIC are going. They're almost playing completely outside of the site.
And for good reason. That showstopper is about to be used. MiniBoo now won't find any easy targets. Even swinging in towards Mount, it's a hard angle to hit them from. Goes for the wall in the back. Even if it does damage, it's not enough. Shot not landed. Boaster on the double. Chronicle showing up here. And MiniBoo's all alone. 1v3 up in hand.
All calls in this round. Like, that was... Looking like they're going to push up on B as well. They really don't want to just sit back and let the ground go the other way. But even with the two-man setup, Alfajer is able to spray down both. It leaves that
only right that they've got to clear. And now with the door open, a potential challenger steps up. MiniBoo. But the AWP will not be given a chance just yet. They wait for the door to close, but he's going to swing it right back open. Even still, Derke has already bypassed him, caught himself a kill. Now MiniBoo doesn't want that fight, but the door being open betrays him. This is dangerous. We saw the orb picked up by Alfajer. If they claim site control, he'll be planting, and they'll be finding themselves. A nice lockdown afterwards to push these players out of position, buy more time. Derke shut down, and so too is Chronicle. No Viper's Pit anymore. Woot onto Boaster as well, and never mind the plant. They can't even get on the site. A jump up top now leaves Leo surrounded.
Worth today, because we've had quite a few of these rounds. Benji as well, just a pixel is all he needed. The flash comes in just seconds later, but he's still able to find the frag. 20
dominant victory on this map, or overtimes for FNATIC. This is their chance for a 13-11, a regulation win. Previously, I believe it was 15-17. In favor of Heretics when it got to that OT. They turned up when they needed to. Lockdown is used in this round as we see FNATIC take control, but look how quickly Heretics are right back into the fight, and they're winning every duel! 3 kills already! And it looks like FNATIC are set for another overtime on this map. And it's a nightmare for them. Even with the pistols and the follow-ups, they can't put it across the line in regulation. Short of a big clutch from Leo and Alfajer, it's gonna be the case yet again. 55 seconds, spike down on B. No real utility to get them through. If that reveal even manages to find a player, I'd be surprised. There's 4 guns on the site ready to fire.
Pull off something truly absurd, and it is not even so risky though. When you're this low on HP, but he gets the kill anyway, and he's able to escape. He should have been dead to rights, and eventually he will be. He has a teammate there. Boaster's not able to capitalize, but he eventually gets one. Still, though, just going to be those trade-outs. Boo left on just 10 HP, but the aggression of Woot with his Odin is not going to stop. He's stuck in the mud, though. Already, the trades just continue, leaving things back into a 2 versus 2. Chronicle might have taken the angle earlier than expected. Now Woot is left to try and clutch this out. Still, that Odin in hand. He knows exactly where Chronicle is. And if Chronicle peeks, it's extended. But when FNATIC are in the server, that's completely irrelevant. Boo, up close. His position going to be revealed. Getting out of here is not going to be easy. The paranoia is good. He doesn't have any plans to get out of here. He's trying to stick around. In fact, he's got a couple. Almost disrespectful. They expected him to try and retreat, but he wants to take this round into his own hands. They are still trying to deal with him. And in the meantime, the rest of the squad has arrived.
That smoke as well, sectioned off these players. Let the fight be taken deeper, and with kills under his belt, RieNs has the ult to work with on the orb. How FNATIC like to play this defensive side. They've watched them and how they like to breathe these rounds, and so far, everything's going according to plan for Heretics. The dash in is perfect. In fact, the flash might even have just revealed him for MiniBoo. 5 versus 4, Chronicle surrounded and taken down, and the site is there for Heretics. There's nothing FNATIC can do but hope for another 2v5.
Yeah, with Nightfall, there's not going to be any surprises, although Alpha does get an opportunity. Nice shot from Derke. As said, no shields to play with, so he's even lower than you might expect, considering he hasn't taken any battles. First goes his way.
Watching that angle, making it easier to push into a site. In theory, But Heretics have decided on top of that to rotate their second B player to the C site. Now RieNs is here. Quicker resulting utility from RieNs, but it's all gone. Now it's down to just rifles, where benjyfishy and MiniBoo are doing the brunt of the work. Alpha sneaking in, almost had an angle, but they've spotted him, dealt with him as well. And it looks like this is where this one ends. An hour days yet. Jump peeking out, hasn't spotted them just yet, and look how close FNATIC will be by the time he eventually sees them. But it doesn't matter, the correction is perfect, Alfajer's dropped, and now the control is entirely in the hands of Team Heretics. They've got Tube, the only thing they've lost is the site, and as a plant comes in, it's a two-man disadvantage the FNATIC have to fight back from. Look at the damage too, a good shock dart, though it doesn't land. Still could have been deadly for these players.
The only real danger is going to be Leo's aggressive position, but it's not even that valuable when you see where the players on Heretics are mostly coming from. Util for Boaster is going to be completely denied, isolating these fights. Not going to be easy, but he has managed one. Flash is going to make things awkward, but Boaster's still holding his ground. It's going to have to be an ace for the IGL if they're going to be able to take this one over the line, being pressured from multiple angles. He somehow connects the shot, but didn't expect. Major danger, but with the wall that's put into place, it just makes things so awkward. They've actually intentionally just blocked off where he is on the stairs. Alpha, oh, the timing here could be everything. It's only going to be the one, though. And that's actually a rifle for Woot. That's not too bad at all.
Not a bad start. So much more still to be done. Leo, I thought he suspected Woot's position. Instead, he's tucking in for the late round play. Lurk coming through from benjyfishy, caught by Derke. Good read from him, and now this is where Leo starts to step forward, making his way towards that door. Plant being, the fuse rather being tapped. It's being seen that that's not being stuck. Good kill for RieNs. Follow-up is there as well. Trading over the weapons, so he doesn't have to reload. He can defend right here and now. 3 kills already. Derke trapped in the corner, but no info for RieNs. It's a little bit of a backup. I expect some shorties in the back pockets too, if the credits allow. It seems like they do. Good flash for Woot, and he's through for one. Getting out could be difficult. The spams are going after him. He's down to 45.
Look at the rotation. 2 players are already into that back corner, while also having the Cypher set up. Like, this is everything and more that Heretics could need to defend this. I feel like Chronicle's going to have to hit some crazy shots, and that's not what he was looking for. It may even just have to be a save now for the side of FNATIC, because going into a 2v5, okay, we've seen a fair few of them won, but it would be pretty optimistic.
Well, really, it's the fact that there's no flashes, right? There's no way to get through these angles. Like, if you can get that Viper's Pit in play, maybe you could even get it done in the 3v5. The 2v5, it's tougher and no way to get into position to put the Viper's Pit in. Yeah, saving is the right call. There's a decoy put through on B, but no further signs of aggression from Heretics, who are happy to allow FNATIC to carry these weapons forward. Of course, it's not like anyone on Heretics really wants to be in a position where they have to buy something in the next round. Credits are pretty. So it's not the biggest of dangers for me. Now, okay. Here. Ult is used already by Derke. Good information. 2 players spotted towards the A site. Woot already dropped. Now Derke looks to finish that ult. He'll just go into it on site. Not looking to take a fight in the back of it, but they've lost Alfajer. Now control falls out of their hand, and the ult from MiniBoo is going to confirm all these positions. They will now know, or potentially know, where Boaster is. The Hunter's Fury is thrown through. MiniBoo searching for this Viper so they can manage to take down that pit, but there's no chance. The shots have not connected onto the right players. Pit still up. 3 versus 4, although the numbers favor Heretics. Getting through this setup will be very difficult. The flank out of benjyfishy perhaps stands a chance of turning the tide of this round. In fact, his position is absolutely perfect. Just seconds ago, Boaster stepped out of this ult. If he does that again, he will be down and out. Hunter's Fury by Leo is good. Takes down MiniBoo, but he's last man standing, not able to connect onto RieNs to shut him down. And at this point, how can he possibly deny this defuse? He's realized there's no chance.
He's Derke, though. It's looking a little bit more disrespectful. The pop flash, oh, just about. He even gets the TP off, but it doesn't matter.
On walkabouts, he wants to come through and clear mid. Boaster's got the angle, a little slow on the reaction, and Benji punishes ×2. Give this man an inch, he'll take a mile, and already making it competitive for Heretics, but still the man disadvantage. The A site open, that's where the spike is going. And now they know where both players are.
Yeah, they've already seen Benji, obviously, just moments ago, and then with Woot being spotted by the drone, that was everything they could have needed. Chronicle is pushed up down here. Even gonna pop flash the angle, the read is there. They used previously for that A take. but he's using it more so as a ruse. Trying to even bait in with some steps. And actually, he's just peeked and taken out MiniBoo. It's the second time he's TP'd away. Look where the X is on the map. TP'd out, but died just before it was available. A little bit unlucky. Benji, though, they've walked into his sight.
Oh, he's jumped up, though. Just the one kill to be found. Well, the second, remaining, I suppose, but the trade out by RieNs, by Woot as well, leaves Chronicle against the world. 1 versus 3. An idea of Woot's position for sure, but RieNs and Boo have repositioned, have made it around to B main, where Chronicle will now have to have a crazy reaction to take both of these players down. They're pushing to go. Oh no, they've split up. Okay, maybe an opportunity, but jump up top right afterwards. Chronicle doesn't predict it. There's an opportunity for Boo to pick one and reset into it, hiding from this Yoru ult. Derke spotted him already. He's seen the op in his hands as well. That's a good opportunity for him to take him down. I thought he was going to commit on the back of the flash instead, scouting out the rest of the site now, making his way in. They know they forced MiniBoo back. They heard the teleport sound as the gate crash was used over on the stairs. Alpha has to be very careful, and he goes swinging into 3. An easy trade-off, and down goes Derke. Things aren't looking good for FNATIC.
No, they're having opportunities. Alpha looked like he might have hit the timing there, but he doesn't manage to land the shots, and Chronicle even desperately low. They're going to need something truly ridiculous to be able to pull this round back, and they don't even have the utility to do it. The counter flashes from Wu are fantastic. The dart even revealing these close angles. Sure, the snake bites are going down. That will buy a bit of time, even get them an extra kill. And actually, here comes the fight back. Leo with 2. This round should have been all but over. It should have been done. And instead, Wu is going to try and fight forward, try and find Boaster, but look how far back he's sitting. The IGL doesn't want to give him anything. Drone might put a spanner in the works. It's going to be the judge scene. They know exactly where Boo is. They've still got to find Benji, and they'll know he's here somewhere.
That judge is scaring them. They push the backside instead. Benji's not aware. They're going to go swinging through the nade. There was a small gap allowing them to fight, and the judge just not good on that range. 13 HP on Leo, but it's enough. He'll survive in towards main. Keep that control for them late on into the round. And there's a TP from MiniBoo. He's just gone for it, and they didn't hear him, but they've heard him now. Leo's just realized the steps coming through behind him. At least I hope he has. I think he has. Maybe he hasn't. No, he didn't. He should have heard those steps. I don't know how MiniBoo was able to thread the needle and slip past them. And we know spike plans. This is very dangerous. Everybody's spread out. 25 seconds left and a need to make it towards the site. But with RieNs
caught off by some of the angles that they... Boo's definitely given up a bit of information, but I think it was just bait. I don't...
Shots rang out. Boo knows there's players close. Viper's Pit's going to be activated on the back of it. Flash is close. Boo doesn't get caught by it. He's got all this control to play with, but there's the TP as they start to look in the other direction, moving it in through these doors. We've seen this wall before, so have Heretics. They know what it means, what it often means at least. Good nade. It's actually forced Boo out of the ult, but they don't expect that. He goes swinging into them, finds one, and he's back in safety. And with a shot from benjyfishy, the only man standing is Leo. A demon in clutches, but he's got so much to fight through, and the first shot... They don't get to execute a play off the back of it. They do get the information early. It's going to mean those snake bites come through a little bit earlier as well. Try to delay this squad from taking space, but Derke can do it all by himself. Gate crashing in, finding the plant. Never mind. Denial at the last possible second from Woot. Just about finding that, denying the post-plant Viper's Pit, post-plant Hunter's Fury. And now Alfajer's caught on the lurk, trying to make up for lost ground. This is a beautiful stance to play from. Ult used by MiniBoo, he even gate crashes in, and he's good for the kill as well. Chronicle walked all over, and so too is Leo. Boaster doesn't get a flank on, but with mid control going this way for Team Heretics.
Just nervous about Boo.
That's the spike. That's the spike, and it's dropped.
That's the spike down. That's such a problem already for them. They need RieNs to fight back, and he's got to be careful because now there's another player looking to round the corner. It's definitely not the cleanest to fight, but he is able to hold on. Somehow, the Woot's just got walking into the site. The spike has been taken, or at least it was for a second. RieNs is still alive. He's on just 4 HP. And they don't know where Leo is. He's still looking to come up around the corner. Timing here is going to be absolutely everything. He's heard the steps, knows that they're going back towards the site. They're still clearing everything else along the way, which will give a little bit of time. And more importantly, what is that? I don't know how RieNs is still alive, but more importantly, he's put Leo to an even lower health than he is. They're looking to try and fight him, or at least reposition to get back into a better spot. Woot taking the aggressive position to try and kill him off early. And now this round looks all but done. The shot connected. 4 HP versus 3. Leo to try and turn things back from what looked like an impossible position just seconds ago. The shot could be what ends it because he's normally so good with these, but RieNs has managed to dodge it and lands the shot.
As well, you're running into a Cypher and Viper setup. It's going to be tough to break this defense. That was committal from MiniBoo, not a fake gate crash. In fact, he's all the way through, but the flash, poorly timed, gives FNATIC a way back in. benjyfishy, okay, he's good for one, but the flash gets him. The decoy doing its job. Woot, last man standing. A reliable player in clutch situations, and the shots don't hit for Alpha. A very tough game indeed. The 3K for Woot just around the corner, and it's Chronicle standing in his way with 15 seconds left, but only one bullet needed. A Red Bull clutch and an 11-4 lead.
They knew exactly where he was coming from, and just the shot's not connected from Alpha yet.
Now they'll be thinking of life like a tunnel. You might not always see the light at the end, but you keep moving. You'll end up in a better place than where you were. That's their hope. 4 rounds on the board for the defensive side. 1 opening pick secured. Chronicle looking for that little bit more. The timing almost got him, but Alpha's able to deal death from afar. Shots for MiniBoo, eventually correct. He's on 16 HP, but I wouldn't count him out just yet. Hunter's Fury put through, and it's huge! So much damage, and still chasing down more! MiniBoo, ult on site. He's got the info to play with the deep flash. He sees the defuse. It's been started. In fact, it's already halfway. They'll see that rising 5 HP on RieNs. Shock dart through. It's close, so it doesn't catch Leo, and he doesn't get a chance to fire the next, but MiniBoo somehow has found a 3rd kill on low HP. The gate crash reposition. Perfect, and Boaster now running low on time, low on HP, and low on chances with Boo right around the corner.
It'll be them who has to try and grind their way back through because they need so much more from this.
Seems moments away from welcoming Alma Putty and the boys to that lower bracket run. For FNATIC, strange territory they find themselves in. The old guard, and well, it's time to change. 8 rounds in it, 8 in a row. Bloody tough comeback for any team to make. And with benjyfishy having thread the needle all the way through. It's a disastrous start to what needed to be the beginning of that comeback. Benji's looking for more. He doesn't want to get greedy though. Waiting for the wall to go up, for the info to come in and his teammates to burst through to the site. Gate crash used, MiniBoo's here, and Woot's just waltzed in, finding himself Boaster, the leader, dead. And now, well, he could call from the grave, I suppose, but FNATIC need a lot more than that. A few well-placed shots could get them back through. They've done it millions of times. I've seen it again and again. But here, it's not looking too likely.
Chance is slim. And with the way that they've been playing in these afterplants, it's barely an afterplant at all. Woot wanted to take it into his own hands, and even then he's done damage. It leaves just 2 standing in the way of Heretics and another grand final, and those players aren't even gonna get close.